Hello everyone. It's such an honor to talk to you about a, something that has brought enormous influence on music, fashion, language, and even social movements around the world. I'm speaking about hip hop, a cultural phenomenon that has transcended its origins into a global force of change and expression. And today my presentation will be divided into 6 parts. To begin with, I'll introduce the origin of hip hop, and then I'll dive into the 4 key elements of hip hop: DJing, MCing, breakdancing, and graffiti art. And then I'll wrap up with the global impact and my conclusion. And now let's dive in. Hip hop was born in the street of the Bronx, New York City, in the late 1970s. To truly understand its origin, we have to place ourselves in that time and place. And so now let's watch a short clip.
I was born and raised in the Bronx. At one time, the Bronx was a thriving community. But towards the end of the 60s, that started to change. Businesses moved out. Crime moved in. People were left with an overwhelming sense of fear and hopelessness.
No job opportunities, schools being closed down, shop owners leaving. Just imagine World War II bombed out Berlin.
As you can see, in that time, New York City, particularly the Bronx, was going through a difficult period. Rising crime, high unemployment, and urban decay were the backdrops to the daily lives of many. Yet, in the midst of this, something extraordinary began to take shape. Young people, especially African American and Latino, found themselves searching for a way to express their frustrations, hopes, and dreams. And out of this, a new cultural movement began to emerge. At its core, hip hop is a form of resistance. It was born out of necessity, a creative response to harsh realities. The youth of the Bronx needed an outlet, and hip hop gave them just that. Hip hop became a way for them to reclaim their identities and to take control of their narratives. Despite the challenges they faced, these pioneers created something that would forever change not just their lives, but the whole world. The hip hop culture was built on 4 key elements: DJing, MCing, breakdancing, and graffiti art. And now let's take a look at each of them. It all started with DJing. Famous DJs like DJ Kool Herc, Africa Bambaataa, and Grandmaster Flash were true innovators. They threw block parties, often in the parks or in community centers, using the turntables and their sound systems to create an electrifying atmosphere. They weren't just playing record. They were manipulating the song in a way that has never been done before. By extending the break session of each song, where the rhythm was most intense, DJs could keep people on their feet dancing for hours. As you can see, his hand changing between songs to create an intense rhythm. And now we have the MCs, which refers to the masters of ceremonies. They are the voices of the community. And their job was to hype, to make the crowd hype, and to spit rhymes that resonated with the audience. Early MCs like Mel and Curtis Blow spoke directly to the struggles and triumphs of their lives, whether that was overcoming adversity, celebrating victories, or calling out injustice. Their words, they didn't rhyme for entertainment. They were storyteller, activists, and also the voice of their generation. And their rhymes becomes a way for people to connect and to share their own experiences. And now we have breakdancing. As hip hop music grew, and so did a kind of new style of dance, which is breakdancing.
Shake your body like a belly dancer. Hey, ladies, jump it down. Just wanna see you touch the ground. Don't be shy, girl, go bonanza. Shake your body like a belly dancer. Hey.
And as you can see, breakdancing wasn't just moving to the music. It is a combination of athleticism, style, and also creativity. And B-boys and B-girls would take to the streets, spinning, flipping, and contorting their bodies in the ways that defy gravity. And it was more than a dance. It was a way to showcase individuality and earn respect. And it is still a popular sport till now. As you can see, it is a photo from the 2024 Paris Olympics. And breakdancing is also competed in this Olympic. And as a group that often be marginalized by the society, this is what they created to transcend words. And now we have graffiti art. As the music and dancing taking over the streets, artists are turning the cities into their own canvas. Bold, colorful, and often rebellious. Graffiti art becomes an essential part of the hip-hop culture. Artists like Taki 183 and Dante White began tagging on subway train buildings and walls across the city. And it is an art piece from Dante White. Graffiti art wasn't just about marking territory. It is It is a way for the marginalized voices to be seen or to be heard in the society that often erased them. These murals, often created under the cover of the night, is a representation of defiance, resistance, and also their creativity. And now I'm going to talk about its global impact. Take music as an example. Hip hop music has now spread it from the Bronx, from the street of the Bronx, and to the U.S. and now all over the world. And as myself, I first got into this culture in 2018, which is 6 years ago. And this man right here, his name is Travis Scott. He is the man who made me wanted to understand the culture. And his song featuring The Weeknd is still one of my favorite. I have to skip it because some of the words are explicit for children, so I have to skip it. And now I'm going to talk about my conclusion. Hip hop has come from the block parties of the Bronx into dominating the music charts of the world. It has proven itself to be a cultural powerhouse. And it is a testament of creativity and also innovation. And the youth people of the Bronx overcoming adversity. That proves that even in the baddest situation, in the baddest period, arts can still thrive and burst with life. And that's all for my presentation today. Thanks for listening.